I'm doing a repeat of Poem for Jim Carroll. Some of you have heard this before over at the Bowery Poetry Cafe. But for those of you who haven't, Puma and I both had poems published in an anthology upon the death of Jim Carroll, who was somebody who I knew personally, and I just want to say that he was probably one of the most amazing human beings I've ever known. So, and so is Puma. So it was for Puma that I actually wanted to perform this for. This is the first one I'm doing for Puma. So, Poem for Jim Carroll. So I need my glasses. I hate that, but I need them.
We bought a band in a box.
Yes.
And so we're going to just, like, we're going to hear something, it might be a little bit loud, I'm going to turn it down, and then, and here we go.
Jim, if you really did die as they said, your head on a typewriter pecking through that thick methadone soup of words, words and more words. Allow me to see the irony. At the end, nothing's more pathetic than your idol with his face splat on the keys of a dinosaur. Than to have the taste of perfection on your tongue as it hits an alphabet, splat. You were always my inspiration in life. Now in death you have risen to a god. Your last kiss, metallic, unrounded keys. Jim, I wrote you a poem. It was published from a keyboard with a little thing called enter, and that, my friend, is irony. I wrote how it surprised me to learn of the passing of things, how everything disappears off each page of life. The image of your last breath birthing a new poem now remains eternally mine. Too will be one of those people who died, and nothing clams the palm of my hands like the knowledge that even my idol can expire before me. I was a young girl when you wrote that song about all your friends who died, yet you, still plump enough to withstand the scrawny hollows of heroin's brow, seemed and remained indestructible. So I thought. And those piercing blue eyes framed by all that ginger hair. Poems made their ways out of them, and words fled off 8th Street because you said so. Destiny held hope because I lived there, Jim, and you wrote on the next street sheet pants like 8th Street. That was the God-honest junkie truth. We were cool, so cool, while heroin chic killed more of us than all the bad records of the 80s. Methadone kept the dead living, but all the same, dead. At your desk you wrote words alive, but your heart had already mellowed to the slow decline of heroin. In the end, Jim, it was words. Yeah, it was words and sound. A perfect multi-sensory manuscript. And it was submitted to the sound of your last exhale. In the end, Jim, wrote your very, very best poem of all as you joined all your friends who died. There were people who died. There were people who died. There were people who died, died. There were people who died. They were all my friends, and they all died. Thank you. We're still trying to make friends with this pedal.